Good evening, ladies. How is everyone? I am going to be prayerful that my connection stays. Y'all know that I have been trying to run tests, and unfortunately, my internet has been acting crazy this week. So I don't know what's going on. But hello, how is everyone? I am streaming to 4 different platforms. That might be part of the issue. But I will be on YouTube, my She Is Well tribe. Hey, ladies in my tribe, on my personal page, and then also in the Women's Wellness Lounge. So wherever you are joining me, good evening and hello. I am still on my birthday high, of course, because I had such a wonderful time, and it is still Leo season. So guess what? I'm allowed to do that. So how is everyone? Let me see. Make sure you can comment and let me know that you are here. I'm going to be manipulating and moving around my devices. Hey, Carrie, thanks for joining. How are you, my darling? I know you're going to be doing your sip and chat tonight. If you guys are not already following, make sure you follow my Promote Her Sis, Diva Zone Sis, my sis, Carrie Croft. She is host of the Vitamin M Suite. She also has the Black Owned Things group. And because it is Black Business Month, she is doing sip and chats in the evenings at 9:30. So make sure you join her in her group so that you can follow along with all the great things that she's doing as well. Looks like I am moving along, which is great. Yes, so I can see everything. So hopefully my stream cooperates with me. You notice I came right on. I didn't even do my commercial because I didn't even want to play around with doing any extra stuff in case it didn't act right. So tonight I am going to be talking about my top 5 healthy habits. So you guys make sure you have pen and paper. You've got your iPhone, your your droids, those of you that are droid users, so that you can take some notes, because I'm going to share with you my top 5 healthy habits. But I'm going to do that after I bring you up to date and talk to you about this whole turning 50 thing. So I have been 50 for exactly 1 week. 7 days. I turned 50 last Wednesday, which is why I did not have a show or go live. I was going to do a birthday edition, but I didn't quite know how that might have turned out because I was still kind of, celebrating and quote unquote turning up for my birthday. So instead, I just wanted to talk to you guys about the whole turning 50. It's been a whole week. Not that I, feel anything any differently. I think on the show that I shared the week prior about the 50 shades of becoming 50, I think you guys already know how I feel about it and what I expect. But again, I had an excellent birthday celebration in spite of our lovely pandemic quarantine. I'm just trying to be very strategic about how to host a party and yet still have fun. So it was really just a very intimate gathering of girlfriends, and we had an excellent time. I still took my theme, which was sundress, sandals, and sangria, and we just personalized it. The lovely girlfriend therapy, she's just Sandra Diggs of the Smile Squad. She just took my vision, because at first I was just dashed. I was just upset that I wasn't going to have a 50th birthday soiree. And she said, you know what, let's see what we can do to make this happen. And she did just that. So you'll be hearing more about her girlfriend therapy experiences as well, because moving forward, I know that getting together, and I know a lot of you miss your girlfriends just like I do. I think we have to be very creative and very strategic about how we do that and yet still have fun. So make sure that you are following Girlfriend Therapy, or actually Glitter Me This page, where she talks about girlfriend therapy in that group, as well as the Smile Squad, which stands for Sparkle, Move, Indulge, Laugh, and Exhale. And that is exactly what we did for my 50th. We sparkled, we moved, we inhaled, exhaled too, indulge and laugh. Okay. And what she say, Carrie, isn't it gorgeous? Oh, what y'all talking about? I missed all this. Oh, she's loving it. Oh, y'all talking about my scenery in the back. Yes. Hello. Because I was supposed to be on a beach still, right? My vacation, technically, if we weren't in quarantine, pandemic, whatever phases, this is where I would have been. So I had to make this scene part of tonight's show. So thank you, ladies. Hey, Tracy, Renee, my beautiful Tracy Renee. She's another one of my Promote Her sisters. Love her dearly. Again, she has a product that if you are stuck at home, washing your children's hair or even your hair and you need help, she's got a product called the Shampoo Mate that will help you. You know, normally when you're in a hair salon, they've got the chairs that lay back and relax and can support your neck. Well, the Shampoo Mate is a product that Tracy Renee has. And she also has a TV show called Heart Health with Tracy Renee. These are all my lovely sisters. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and showing up tonight. I appreciate you. And oh, my cousin Roz is watching. Hey, hon, how are you? Good to see you. I know we would have seen each other by now, right, Roz? We usually have our big cookout for the whole August Leo birthday and do the whole turn up in the yard cookout, but that's gone. That's not happening this year at all. So there's just a lot of things that I know as a society have missed, and then definitely as a family that we have missed because of COVID and because of us having to do just some scaled down activities as well. So again, I want to jump right into tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Let me just tell you. So I said I had on my little agenda that I had to make sure that I talked about my 50th birthday and my milestone and what I'm loving about it. And make sure you guys, if you haven't already seen the 50 Shades of Becoming 50, make sure you watch that episode. It was hilarious. It was some casual conversation between me and some girlfriends. Two of us were becoming 50 at the time. One was already 50, and then there were two that was over the 50 hump and was like, what are you guys talking about? Like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. We're good. We're groovy with becoming 50. Embrace it. So it was just great conversation, and I just enjoyed it, and I think you will too. So make sure you look that episode up. It's in the Women's Wellness Lounge, and we did that 2 weeks ago prior to me turning 50. So I actually rewatched it again over the weekend and just had a couple of chuckles and laughs. All right, so we're going to dive right into it. Now, tonight I am also giving away some birthday special gifts. One will be registration for the Sugarless Workshop. It is a 2-day workshop that will change your life and the way that you relate to sugar. The second thing that I'm giving away is a free download of my ebook, which is losing the weight without the weight. So it talks about the Sugarless program and intermittent fasting. So I'm giving away both of those. And then the third prize will be a 30-minute consultation with me to talk about anything as it relates to your health and wellness. So you'll have 30 minutes to talk with me, and we can schedule that. And that will be the third prize. So make sure you're participating. Make sure you are, I don't know who this is. It says, hey, ladies. I'm not sure because unfortunately, StreamYard, if you don't give it permission, it will not show your name. So hello, thank you for tuning in. I'm not sure who it is. If you can just type underneath, if you're still on and hear me, type who it is. But hello, and thank you for joining us. So first of all, let me talk about what a habit is. So before we even jump into my top 5, make sure you guys understand what a healthy habit is, or what a habit is, period. A habit is something that is performed regularly and it's structured. Now, the first prize will go to whoever can tell me the length of time that it takes to form a habit. How long does it take to form a habit? If you followed me for any length of time, you know I talk about this incessantly, because the fact that we want things like yesterday, like we want to make a change yesterday. We want to see results yesterday, right? So I always talk about how you have to have a habit, become disciplined, and then it becomes part of your lifestyle. So if you know, hey, Sandra, I just got finished talking about you. So there's Sandra. She is with the Glitter Me This & Co. and the Girlfriend Therapy Experience that I just got finished talking with you ladies about. So the first person that can tell me the length of time that it takes for a habit to form, and again, a habit is anything that is structured and that you perform regularly. Oh, it's Shantae. Hey, sis. Yep, she said it takes 21 days to form a habit. So Shantae, you are the winner. You can inbox me and let me know what you want. If you ebook download, if you want to participate in the upcoming 2-hour Sugarless workshop, or if you want a one-on-one consultation. So Shantae is right. It takes 21 to 30 days. So that's 3 weeks roughly. before you form a habit. And again, a habit is any activity or anything that you do regularly that's structured, right? Oh, she's including me this and co. Yes, I heard you. I wasn't sure. Hey, girl. Um, so Shantae, inbox me and let me know which of those three things you would feel like you would best benefit from. Okay. So now that we understand what a habit is, let's talk about what my first habit is. Now, this is top 5. They're really in no particular order per se, even though this first one is is number 1, is top for me because it starts with what I do in the morning. So I want you guys to write this down. I told you to get out pen and paper, or that you can type it in your notes in your iPhone, iPad, or your Android, all of you Android users. The first one is I spam myself. First thing in the morning, that is my first healthy habit. So spam stands for I sit still. So I sit up and sit still. I do not, kind of do a whole bunch of activity. I just sit still and get myself grounded in the morning. So that's the S. It's taking time to breathe and just be still, and thank God, obviously, that my feet are able to touch the ground. So that's like number 1 for me, first thing in the morning. The P stands for prayer. So prayer comes in the form of, if you're somebody who's just kind of quick and on the go, you can do prayer and devotion. It's whatever you make it. These are the things that I do. I just find that if you are getting yourself centered, being thankful first thing in the morning, it is the best thing because it sets your intention for the day. So I spam myself first thing in the day. Again, so it's sit still, pray, then I perform affirmations. So affirmations are, some people think that affirmations are corny or they're not right for them. You have to be in a place to receive in order to understand the significance and the importance of affirmations. I have been doing affirmations now for about 5 years, and I can honestly say that they do change the way you see the world, see yourself, see your goals, see everything, in my opinion. So again, when you talk about affirmations, make sure that you're finding affirmations that speak to you, not just affirmations for the sake of saying, I am, and then whatever you're affirming. It has to speak to you. And oftentimes your affirmations may change day to day, or you can pick one affirmation to have for that particular week, right? Because it's something that you want to affirm, that you want to see manifest. So affirmations are huge. Again, I've been doing them for about 5 years. And yes, it is something that is a part of me spamming myself in the morning. And then the last M is meditation. Now, meditation is something that takes work. And for some people, 30 seconds is good enough for some people, or as long as they can meditate. I can tell you that some of my days meditating are better than others because of the simple fact that, again, if I don't sit still long enough, or if I haven't kind of done all the things that I need to do, when I try to sit and meditate, my mind will start wandering and I'll start thinking about those things. So when you talk about or explore doing meditation, it really takes for you to be able to sit, to be present, and to be still. So it can be 30 seconds. There are various apps that you can use that will help you to meditate and do it properly. So ladies, if you spam yourself first thing in the morning, you will feel so much better because you are setting the intention for the day. Now, comment and tell me if you are, thanks Shantae, I got your message. If that's something that you do you sit still in the morning? Do you pray? Do you affirm? And do you meditate? If you do affirmations, if you can, comment what your favorite affirmation is. Or even if you don't affirm on a daily basis, do you affirm at all? And if so, how often do you use affirmations? And do you find them to be effective for you? Again, I know a lot of successful people, and that's something that they always identify and put down to say, oh, I definitely affirm. It's almost like having a plan and having measurable goals. and making sure that you are looking at them and that you're aligning your actions up with the goals, right? To make sure that you get the outcome that you desire. So affirmations to me kind of had to become that. All right, let's see. I think there's a couple of comments on my page. So I'm going to go on my page too and see. All right. All right. Habit number 2 is I hydrate and I eat crow. So write that down, ladies. And you're probably like, you eat what? So hydrate and eat crow. So I'm sure you guys know what I hydrate with, right? Oh, and wait a minute. Let me bring my fancy cup into the show so you guys can see what I got going on here. This is another glitter experience from the Girlfriend Therapy. This is one of my cups. And this goes with my background, right? It's all like my palm trees and everything. So I'm drinking lemon infused water in here. And lemon infused water does wonders for your body. So if you first thing in the morning, and I had to get to this point, ladies, where these things I'm telling you isn't something that I just kind of like started yesterday. Remember, we're talking about forming habits. So it will take time and you will eventually just become disciplined. And this just becomes part of your lifestyle, right? Now, the water that I drink in the morning had to, at first, when I started drinking water, had to be ice cold because I'm like, oh my gosh, I really could care less to drink water anyway. And then the fact that it had to be kind of lukewarm or at room temperature just was not appealing to me at all. But now that I've been doing it for so long, the best way to consume water and to hydrate your cells, your organs, and wake up your brain in the morning is to drink room temperature water infused with preferably lemon. You can infuse it with some other type of fruit if you choose to, if that just is the way you need to consume water, or you can simply drink it plain. But drinking water first thing in the morning is the best thing that you can do for your body, your organs, your skin, your brain, getting you going by waking up your cells, right, and your organs. So it's an easy task. And the fact that you've given yourself water first thing in the morning helps you decrease those cravings, especially if you're a coffee drinker, if you drink a lot of sodas. Drinking water will set the tone for what you should consume for the remainder of the day, right? So make sure that you are hydrating. Sandra's talking about my cup. Yes, this is all me, okay? This is all me for sure. All right, so let's talk about this crow. So Delayna, you eat crow. What is crow? Crow is clean, raw, organic, and whole. So again, if you have been following me, if you've ever seen me post stuff about just simplifying what you eat, eating the rainbow type of thought process or thought pattern, that's exactly what eating crow is. So eating crow means that you definitely reach for foods that are as close to being grown from the plant and not manufactured in a plant. That means you want to avoid any processed foods or sugar as much as possible, right? And I'll go more into that in the Sugarless program because, again, a lot of times we fumble and we stumble when it comes to trying to decrease our sugar intake. A lot of women will inbox me and say, I'm still not, I feel like I'm still eating too much sugar. I'm not, losing any weight. I've cut out this, this, and this. And they usually will name all of the sugary foods that we know to be sugar filled, like cookies, cakes, pies, and all of that stuff. That's very obvious. But it's the places where sugar is hidden and it's the names that it's hidden under that we don't realize. Or it's certain foods that break down into sugars in our body that we're also not taking into account, okay? I also want you guys to know, too, that most of the women who follow me, you guys are probably in some phase of menopause, okay? So whether you are pre, peri, menopausal, or over the hump of menopause and then trying to level out, right? We are in some phase of menopause. Your body reacts to things differently. I was reading an article, I think it was last week, where they talked about women that are in menopause and they don't really realize the effect that the hormones have on your body and the way that you retain and or maintain your weight. Well, it is very, very interesting. And oftentimes we're so busy dealing with the backlash of being in menopause or somewhere around menopause that we don't even think about what's going on oftentimes. And so it brings upon a lot of frustration, especially if you've not changed anything. And Sandra and I just had this conversation last week or earlier this week about how you can do the same thing that you were doing prior to, being in menopause, or just, going into menopause, being perimenopausal, and your body reacts and responds to it totally different. Like there's usually 5 to 10 pounds that your body will just hang on to and hold on to regardless of what you do, right? Even if you're following along with a clean, raw, organic, and whole diet, you're, exercising, you're eating, you're drinking your water, you're doing all of the things that know that normally if you would have done prior to dealing with menopause, it would not have been an issue, right? So it's making sure that we are eating foods that are also not giving us or agitating, as I often say, that it's not agitating your hormones and or your menopause, right? So there's a formula for that. And yeah, I'm sure you probably thought to yourself, I'm 50. I don't want to be bothered with anything. I just want to do what I need to do, right? Same way you did 25 years ago when you were 25. You just want to do what you want to do, and things should happen the way that it should, but that's not quite the case, right? So we have to make sure that we're being good stewards over that, and that we understand the impact of the things that we're putting into our body or that we're not putting into our body, right? So you have to know both to line that up. All right, number 3. So normally I would do, you guys know right about now, we're 21 minutes in. You would have had a commercial break, a Physically Fit commercial break by this time. But because my service is acting kind of janky, I already said I am not going to be jumping in and out of doing any commercials. So we're just going to act as if this is a Physically Fit commercial break. And right now you guys can do some type of over the head activity, whether it's just raising your arms up and down as you listen to me do habit number 3, okay? Because I'm all about just making sure that this is not idle time for you, that before you are doing something to make a change, and that starts with you doing something right now, right? That will eventually develop into a habit. So number 3 is to laugh out loud. So Sandra and I giggle all the time. We laugh, of course, because we do a show on Thursdays at 8:30, Glitter, Glam, and Giggles, which is basically on the foundation and the premise of her girlfriend therapy experience, as well as her girlfriend therapy in a box. And so we will take various topics and just kind of talk about them and turn them into sort of a laughing session where we're really just giggling, because I know you guys have heard of laughter being the best medicine, and it is so true. So if you can comment and just tell me, what do you do to bring yourself laughter? Do you look for it? Do you create your own laughter? What do you do to make yourself laugh? And why do you think that it's beneficial to laugh, other than it's like your whole system has just gone on timeout? See, that's what I'm saying. She said the whole system's gone on timeout, and I didn't do anything any different. I have no idea. But I knew that I wasn't going to go in and out of videos today because of the fact that it's acting crazy. Yes, laughter is the best medicine. And there's really some physical effects that happen when you laugh as well. So when you're laughing, of course, obviously you're not feeling stressed, because I would like to see you to be stressed and laugh at the same time. It doesn't quite go together, right? So laughter releases some endorphins, right? So those are like the happy hormones as well. It utilizes your facial muscles. So you're giving yourself a facial massage. My girlfriend Cherie always would talk about that. She is a recharge strategist, and she would talk about how just simply laughing brings you a lot of physical benefits as it relates to just, pretty much using all the muscles in your face when you laugh. And I'm talking about a hearty laugh, which is why I said laugh out loud. It lowers your blood pressure, believe it or not, because again, if you're not stressed, you're kind of decreasing your stress level, releasing the endorphins. Laughing definitely brings down your blood pressure. Now, you guys, I told you that I was giving you my top 3. These are things that I do every day. So regardless, even if I'm not in a space where I want to laugh, all the time, I will laugh. If it's a chuckle, it's a chuckle. If it's a giggle, then it's a giggle. If it's me laughing hysterically, then it's me laughing hysterically. And I do that in various ways. So let me look and see what some of you may have commented. And I'm going to try and see if I can get on my page as well instead of just on the, hold on one second, ladies. Instead of just on my own, in the Women's Wellness Lounge, I want to get on my personal page because I think there's people there. And if I'm not on there, then I can't see their comments. So let's see. Oh, I don't see it on my page. Hold on one second, ladies. Let me go to, yeah, it should be live on there. It's saying that it's live on this page. Gotta love technology. Oh, well, so it didn't do it. I'll go back. Let me go back into the Wellness Lounge then and finish watching it there so that if you guys do have comments, I can see it there. All right, so we have 2 more prizes to give away. Shantae was the winner of 1. Now the next prize will be for whoever can tell me what makes them laugh. How do you laugh? Do you watch a video? Do you make yourself laugh? Do you send a text to a crazy girlfriend so that she can reply back to you with something funny to make you laugh? What do you laugh? I actually do all 3 of those things. I make myself laugh. I send a text to my sister half the time. She's the one who makes me laugh out loud. All I have to do is just send her a message about something, or if I'm in the middle of doing something or something that I find is funny, I will send it to her. She will add something to it and will make it just hysterical. So I do that. I text, and then I also will look at a funny show, right? If you have time, whatever. Tell me what you do to make yourself laugh out loud. As I go back into the page. All right, so number 4, habit number 4. This one I've been finding a lot of difficulty with, and that is serving others. So serving others is very important to me. Anybody who's connected to me knows that I will pretty much give you anything that I have that is within reason, of course, but I love to serve others. So in that sense, I am very much a giver. Altruism is a good thing. It's contagious because people, when they see you feeling good because you're serving others, they want that same feeling and will follow suit. So when you volunteer, and there's a lot of different ways that you can volunteer. I like to break them down into 3 categories. And that is, you can give of your time, your talent, whatever you're good at, and your treasure, which is going to be your money, right? So in those 3 ways, you can serve others, because gifting or giving or donating to a nonprofit or to an organization or to an individual may help them in what they're attempting to achieve, or whoever they're attempting to service, right? If you're looking to support a nonprofit. There are a couple of nonprofits that I'm very much involved in and that I have over the years definitely contributed with my time, talent, and treasure. And Sisters for Sisters Incorporated is one of them, with Carolyn Washington. I am on the board of Single Parent Achievers, which helps single parents improve their quality of life through resources, workshops, and things of that nature. So I am on the board of that, and that's with Rochelle McAllister. And then I also am very involved with Dress for Success. And I used to do a lot with them. I haven't done a lot with them recently because of COVID. But that is helping women to also transition, people that, kind of just need more or less a hand to go in and transition to wherever they're going, right? To the next phase in their life. So whatever you feel led to do, make sure you do that. It does have its health benefits to doing that. Again, it helps you to be in a happy place, which, as I just shared before, being happy does good for your heart, your organs, helps you release endorphins, puts a smile on your face, and it gives you longevity. So serving others. Now, What I don't want you to do is to serve others to your detriment. There was a time in my life where I would do one of these numbers. I would raise my hand. I would be like, yeah, it's me. I got you. Where do you want me to be? What are we doing? And I'm there, knowing that I probably should have said that I was too busy. I can't, be here today. What else can I do to help you? I can share it. I can ask other women if they're available, but I'm not available. For a number of years, that was me. So again, this comes with this whole milestone of being 50. I have zero problems with saying no right now, right? I have zero side effects, problems, or issues with saying no. So if that's you, if you feel like you are someone who constantly kind of overwhelms themselves by saying yes because you are an altruistic person, you love to just give, you love to help others, it brings you joy to see other people succeed or just be kind of enriched by your gifting, just limit it or do a self check-in. Spam yourself first, right? Spam yourself. Sit, check, make sure, do I want to do this? Is this going to be great? Is it going to be good? Is it, how am I feeling? I don't want to get overwhelmed. Do want to do that. Take the time to do that first before you give too much, and before you feel guilty about not being able to do that. Because again, I promise you, and again, everybody's at different stages. I no longer feel guilty. I no longer feel like I need to do a whole lot. So I'm okay with saying no. So limit yourself or schedule yourself out. Know how much you want to do each quarter. I think I started like 2 years ago. Each quarter, I knew how much I wanted to give, whether it was time, talent, or treasure. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And I knew typically what the activities for each of those organizations were, especially because I was involved with them for so long, right? So I knew what time of the year their major events were. So I knew that I was going to be lending my services to them during that time. So if that's you, make sure that that's what you're doing so that you're not taking away from something that really requires your time and attention right now. So it's a good thing to serve others, but at the same time, don't do it to your detriment. And so the last and final habit of my top 5 is move. Now, I know you guys didn't think I wasn't going to put that on there, right? So moving has a ton of benefits. Sandra, I know you're still on here. You know that moving is great. You put up a moving video, dance video every Monday with you moving. And ladies, that's all it's about. Every time I see Sandra's video, for one, I laugh, I chuckle, it brings me joy because I'm sitting there watching her just kind of get her groove on. Each week she chooses a song, she just kind of goes for it, and it's dancing, right? And so not only is she moving, but she is releasing some endorphins at the same time. She is getting her exercise and movement in. So what is another, she said, yes, dance like no one's watching. She does. When I promise you, if you're following her, like I said, make sure you look at her videos. And again, it's one of those things where it's a habit, right? So she's consistent about it and she's doing it regularly. I'm just going to rattle off some of the benefits. I jotted them down, right? Some of the benefits of moving. And it lowers your blood pressure, controls your blood sugar, helps you to maintain your weight, right? I didn't say that necessarily, again, depending on where you are and what type of movement you're doing, that it does contribute to your weight loss. However, what you put in your body, right? So that's what you're consuming, more of the crow, is the main factor that will lead to you maintaining and losing weight. Okay. You cannot outrun, outdance, outmove, out exercise a bad diet, period. So that is where the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you are consuming healthy foods. It lowers cholesterol, relieves pain, improves sex, reduces falls, especially the older you get, with your equilibrium kind of being affected. So make sure that, again, you are moving now, or regrettably later, you will pay the price. Improves your memory, enhances your immune system. These are just, the list goes on and on. relieves constipation, reduces stress, improves sleep, and then improves bone strength. So those are just a handful of the benefits of you just moving. Now, what I always want to end with as far as movement is concerned. Now, I told you guys how Sandra likes to dance. Don't make moving too complicated. Like dancing is movement, right? That's why I don't say exercise. It counts as exercise and it is exercise. But the minute you hear exercise or you see exercise, there's like this defensive wall that kind of comes up like, I don't have time. I don't want to do it. What is exercise? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever, you don't want to start. That kind of is like a barrier number one. Just move. I don't care if you go up and down your stairs a few times. I don't care if you go outside and just walk the perimeter of your home, walk to the mailbox and back a couple of times a day. Try to get 30 minutes of exercise in per day. You don't even have to do those 30 minutes at the same time. You can do 15 two times. You can do 7.5, 4 times. It doesn't matter as long as you move. What will happen is because you're doing it and you're doing it regularly and you're doing it scheduled, it becomes a what? A habit. So just begin where you are, whatever that movement looks like for you. Put a song on and dance. Like I said, like Sandra does. That's just so easy. Sitting in your chair, watch my show, get some ideas off of my Physically Fit commercial breaks that I do. Go on YouTube, download some videos. There's a ton of free exercise videos, movement videos. Start where you are as long as you begin, because those benefits that I just named for you are invaluable, and you get all of them simply by moving. So don't talk yourself out of a healthier lifestyle and a longer longevity and being fruitful as well when you get older, because you don't want to move, because you don't want to exercise. Okay, so don't talk yourself out of doing that. So the last prize of the day, well, actually, let me see the last two. I'll have to look on my yes, music is therapy for the soul and helps you move your body. It is. Like, I don't know if there's a time that I don't put a song on, especially if it's a song that I know. And whether it's a oldie but goodie, if it's a song from my childhood, if it's a song and usually songs will remind you of incidents, events, right? Things that happen. So if you put a song on, there's something that automatically just happens anyway. Even if you're just moving your shoulders, right? Or bopping your head up and down. If I were to put a song on right now that you guys would know, I'm sure that you would, even if it's just kind of finger snapping, you're going to do some type of movement along with that song. Even if it's just you repeating the words, the chorus to the song, right? That's still some type of activity for memory for your brain. So just do it. Music is therapy, definitely for the soul, Sandra. All right. So those of you that still stayed on, I know I'm a couple minutes over. It's 38 minutes into the show. But for the last prize that I want to give away, I want you all to tell me, what day did I turn 50? What day did I turn 50? I started off the show telling you how long I had been 50 and when I turned 50. So tell me, what day did I turn 50? And Sandra, no, you cannot participate because you know already. you know that day for sure. So no, you are excluded from answering that question. All right, so before I end tonight's episode, I want to give you guys what I call a bonus habit, a bonus healthy habit. It's really 2 in 1. And it is to disconnect from social media. Do a social media fast. I know some of you are probably like, oh, what? You want me to get off of social media for a fast? I do a social media fast every 30 days. I get off for 2 days. So for 48 hours, every 30 days, I fast from social media. And I know some of you are like, but my life is on there, my business, I do this and that. You can automate things. You can do whatever, but I feel like you need to disconnect from social media. You determine, I just told you that that's kind of what I do, but you determine when you want to disconnect and how long and how much, because I don't know what each of you utilize social media for. Again, most of us have it for business. Some do it just for social interaction, even if you do it for social interaction, you can decrease your social interaction, what you call screen time, especially now that we're all teleworking. Because, ladies, let me tell you what's being impacted by us not decreasing our screen time and unplugging from social media. We have poor quality sleep. And so, if we have poor quality sleep, those top 5 things that I shared with you are not going to be fulfilling nor enriching, especially not the first one, right? The spam that I talked about, how you kind of sit still and all of that, and you pray, affirm, and meditate. You're not going to want to do those things because you're so tired. If you wake up tired, then you didn't get restful quality sleep. And that's something that we definitely need to make sure that we're getting, because if not, that really does take, you know how they say it takes years off your life? It really does. If you do not get good quality, restful sleep, and I know it sounds like, oh, that's easy. I'll go to sleep, but there's a difference. I have some friends who are in the bed by 10 p.m., 11 at the latest, but they still don't sleep well. Why? Because they go to bed with 1,000 things on their mind, or they were connected to social media. They didn't do what I call a wind down window or a brain dump before they went to retire for the evening, right? To rest. And so as they're trying to go to sleep, their mind is still going. We really need to get in a place where we're just cutting all that off and then shutting things down so that we can get into a place of what's called restful sleep, or REM, rapid eye movement. That's when you're in the dreamy state. If you wake up still tired, girlfriend, you didn't go to sleep. You rested, or no, let me say this differently. You rested, but you didn't sleep. So there's a difference. So we're resting if our eyes are closed, but you didn't get good quality sleep because you didn't get to that dreamy state, the REM sleep. Okay, that's important. So that's my bonus tip on top of my other 5, because I'm preaching to the choir. I had to get better about this with getting my sleep. It was nothing for me to stay up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3. Lay down, go to sleep, get right back up, thinking I'm the woman because I am running off of a little bit of sleep and I'm still getting things done. That is truly not the case. At some point, everything that you do becomes a bad source of that sleep that you didn't get, right? So you're cutting corners. So whether it's cutting corners in your spam life, cutting corners in how you eat, cutting corners on not laughing, cutting corners on all those other things that I said were good for you, you'll end up either not doing them or cutting corners on them. All right. So that's my bonus tip. Let's see. I do it every couple of weeks just to have uninterrupted time with my children. Very good, Shantae. Yes, it is necessary. I think, and it's so funny because when I tell some of my girlfriends that I do that, they're like, what? You don't get on social media? I sure don't. Now, I get my notifications are still there. So if somebody, needs me, or if there's something that I have, that's hanging out or something of that nature, then I'm available. However, I am not on there scrolling, commenting, doing any of those things that I would normally do to interact. And I do it faithfully every 48 hours. I will make a post saying that I'm going to be away or that I'm on my social media fast, so that if individuals are trying to reach me or whatever, or find that I'm not commenting on their stuff or sharing, they'll know it's because I'm away, right? That I'm on social media fast. So again, do yourself a favor. This is all about you. It's all about you, so that you can show up for others and to do all those things that I just talked about. You have to make sure that you're doing what's best for you so that you give them the best version of you. Okay. When you show up, when you're there. All right. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your time. Always, always, always in the Women's Wellness Lounge, where we bring it to you real, raw, and relevant. I'm your host, Delayna Watkins, and I will be back again on Wednesday. The show should resume in September, so that we, we'll begin recording some new shows, some new episodes of the Women's Wellness Lounge. So we will be back in September for our regularly scheduled show. But of course, I can't stay out of the lounge that long. So going live is what you get from me for now. So I will go live or give you updates on past episodes, and you can catch the replays at promotehertv.com for some of the Women's Wellness Lounge episodes that we've had before. And you can go back and see those. There's also, I almost forgot to tell you guys, I am partnering with Brown Girl Wellness for the Healthy You virtual retreat. I'm so excited about this, y'all, because by now I would have been out of town on vacation probably twice already for sure, and then did some type of retreat. Obviously, again, as I said, we're not able to do that. So I want you to go to healthybit.ly/healthyyouretreat. Look at the information there. I am working with Dr. Rika Wilson of Brown Girl Wellness, and we're doing virtual retreat sessions. And I will be speaking on a couple of topics as it relates to creating a healthy legacy. So it's really just me expounding on some of the things that I shared tonight and really just helping you to develop a plan on creating a healthy legacy. So make sure that you go there and get some information about that. And then at 9:30 tonight, I will be connecting with Eve of the Pursue Connect 365. I am the featured business for this month. So go to pursueconnect365.com to get more information. You subscribe and get the download of the newsletter for this month, for August. So I'm the featured business for August. So I'm going to go live with her tonight after my show ends. So you can jump on over to her page to catch that. And then last but not least, we got the Sugarless Workshop starting September 1, and it is 50% off for my birthday. So go to DelaynaWatkins.com/products, or just click on products on my website and you'll see it there. It is starting September 1, and it's a workshop. It is not the 45-day program. It's the workshop. It's a 2-day workshop. And with that, you also get a consultation with me if you are, I think there's 3 more spots left for the first 10 ladies that register. Okay, so there's, I believe, 3 more spots before I got onto the live. So make sure that you go and check that out. Ladies, I appreciate you, and I will see you guys next week on Wednesday.